Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am using my Vicky Bouton Kaleidoscope collection to make this layout for you guys today. And I'm going to be taking that beautiful pattern paper with all the pinkish flowers on them, and I'm going to be fussy cutting those flowers out. And it did take me a while, so I did that off camera just to spare some time. And you can see the photo that I'm going to be using is of me on my 31st birthday, and we went to Cheesecake Factory and I had a massive cheesecake and it was very nice, and that was taken with my Instax. So that's the only copy I have of that of that photo. But I am also going to be I've got two more layouts that go with this layout. So it's going to be a double page layout, the next video that I'm going to be putting up, so you guys can see how I made a double page layout. And it's like these three layouts will obviously go together in the book, in my 2014 book. Now, one thing that I do here is I am going to be fussy cutting. Now this is one of the pattern papers from Lovely Day from Dear Lizzie, and I bought a couple of these sheets because I knew that those flowers just begged to be fussy cut. And what I did there is I wanted to layer them behind the colored flowers, just so that there's sort of this massive bouquet of flowers surrounding the photo. So yes. So one of the other things I've been wondering lately is, are you guys interested in watching me flip through my albums? Because it's something I love watching on other YouTube channels, probably more than process videos. I love it when some of my favorite YouTubers decide to flip through a year or an event or something like that, an album that they made, and then I can get inspiration from them. So if you guys would like me to flip through my albums, then please let me know and I would start making the videos for that. Now, how I document my photos is by year, and then each one of my kids has a school album with all of their school photos in, and a birthday album. And some birthdays I make a little book for the birthday, and then other birthdays are on 12 by 12 pattern papers, and those ones I usually put in the same book. So for instance, Andre's first, second, third, and fourth birthdays are all in 12 by 12 album, but his 5th birthday, I made a special book for that from scratch. So, you know, just to give you guys an example of that. So if you guys would like me to flip through my books, my albums, you just drop me a comment, and then I'll start filming through my books. Now, most of my books aren't finished yet, so I'll only be doing the books that I've finished so far and the albums that I've finished so far. And so yes, if you guys would like to see that, just let me know and then I'll get going with that. So I'm using my T-square ruler just to make sure that I stick this photo down straight. It's not necessarily in the dead center of the page, but I try to keep it as straight as I can, because you know the whole composition of this layout is sort of revolving around the center of the layout, the center of the page. So I'm cutting up my foam adhesive over there, and I'm going to be putting some foam adhesive behind some of the flowers, not all of them, behind some of them, just to give them some extra dimension and some extra lift. And also because the Instax photo has quite a lot of dimension to it in itself. So if I have some flowers that's overlapping on the Instax photo, I need those flowers to be raised up a little bit. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed the last couple of months, or actually for a while now, I have my My eldest son, Etienne, calls these little ants crazy ants. Now, they are teeny, they are minute. If you paid attention, you would just have seen me squish one. But I have a gazillion of these teeny, tiny little ants everywhere, and I have tried everything to get rid of them. They are in my craft room. It's like the random ant. I don't have lines of them. I don't even, it's not like an infestation. It's just these random little ants everywhere. And every once in a while you'll see one on my desk, and then I just sort of squish it. So yeah, so yeah, hope I'm not offending anybody, by squishing any ants, but yeah, my Etienne calls them crazy ants. We've got massive other ants as well, these massive black ants, and they're called fire ants, and they bite, and it burns the daylights out of you when they bite you. So luckily it's not those ants that are in my craft room. My craft room's on the second floor, so these ants have to come up to the second floor to come and say hi to me. But anyway, so I'm going to be just arranging those flowers around the edges of the photo, and this is going to be a very easy layout. It came together really quickly. There's nothing rocket science about this layout, and I think this is one of the reasons why I took a break for so long, and why I'm sort of easing back into making videos and making my layouts, is because I felt that each layout started to become a chore, and I felt that I wasn't doing what I liked anymore. I tried to make a layout to outdo myself and all the other YouTube ladies that make layouts. And I mean, it's brutally honest of me that I'm saying this, but I completely lost the love of scrapping, and I needed to get back to where I scrapped for myself, and where I scrapped my own style and what I liked instead of what I think other people would like. And I mean, isn't that like a life lesson, really? Just to get back to where you are and what you like, instead of doing what everybody else likes, or what you think other people will like. And it really, I didn't enjoy scrapping anymore. But now I'm getting back into it, and I'm getting back into my older scrapbooking things. I've been printing off a lot of 2014, 15, and 16 photos out, so I'll be doing a lot more real life photos in the next couple of months. Photos that the lighting isn't fabulous, the composition of the photo isn't fabulous, it's not professionally taken, it's life. And I think that is what I'm getting back to. I'm scrapping real life photos, scrapping things that happen every single day, and not just the most beautiful photos and the most beautiful constructed compositions in the photos and the lighting and the most beautiful poses. No, I mean, if you scrap like that, you're going to be scrapping the same photos over and over and over again. And that's what I noticed I started having to do, is because I ran out of beautiful photos. So I had to just re-scrap photos. I've got no issue with scrapping photos 2, 3, 4 times. Really, I don't. I've done that quite a lot of times. But I want to start getting back to scrapping real life photos. To start putting my albums together so that my kids have stuff to look through, and so that we can look through the memories together, and sit around a table and have a laugh at what's been done, and not just the beautiful photos, but the real life day-to-day photos. And these photos that are day-to-day photos aren't the ones that have the most perfect lighting. They're usually the darker brownie photos. There's lots of empty space on those photos. The lighting isn't too awesome, but that is real life, and that is what I want to get back into, scrapping that. And that's what I started scrapping. I mean, I only scrapped real life photos, and then it sort of took a turn, and when you buckle under pressure and things like that. But now I'm going to start to scrap real life photos. So that's what you'll see that's what you'll see me doing in the next couple of months, is just getting back to life and getting back to basics. Because, let's be honest, those Instagram moments are few and far between. Real life is messy. Real life is sometimes dark with dark photos. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay if you don't have the most beautiful photos. It's okay if you don't have the most beautiful composition in your photos. It's okay if all the lighting has gone wrong. It's okay. Scrap those photos. Those are your memories. And you know what? Your kids, they're not going to look at, one day when they look through the albums, they're not going to think, oh, Mom, why didn't you take a better photo? Or what's wrong with this photo? They are going to appreciate the fact that you kept all these little memories together for them. And that's all that matters. So, yeah, that's my little rant. So watch this space for some real life scrapping. Maybe I should call it that, real life scrapping. So anyway, this is my first of 3 layouts that I'm sharing with you. I'll see you soon for the double page layouts that's coming soon. Okay, bye.